In this tutorial, I will show you how to set up a perfect circle distribution in Cavalry. I got inspired to create this setup after I watched OpenAI announcement video, and I saw the circle animation that they did, and I thought that this is a perfect way to use Cavalry to create a custom setup. I'll make sure to include a free project file in the description of this video, and this project file will include a number of different setups I created while exploring this technique. So let's get started. First, we need our initial shape. I'm going to use ellipse, and I need a value array. This value array will be my master controller. So I want to control the ellipse size, then link this controller to width and link width to the height. So now we can control the size of our shape from this single place. Then we need to put this ellipse into a duplicator by holding Option and clicking on the duplicator icon. And we need to set it to a circle distribution. Going to call it initial ring, and I'm going to put this initial ring into another duplicator. Then I'm going to rename the second duplicator as perfect circle distribution. So I'm going to set this duplicator as a point and maybe set it to 5 copies. So as you can see, nothing is happening because we are duplicating the initial ring 5 times on top of itself, but we need to change the radius or the count number procedurally, so each copy will be different. Let's start with radius. I'm going to add JS Math node. Now, JS Math is really useful because we can easily create custom calculation here and create a number of controls for it. So first of all, I want to be able to control radius size. I'm going to create the same controller in our master controller layer, and then link the master controller initial radius size to the initial radius size in our JS Math node. Then as a second controller will be our radius multiplier, and do the same thing on JS Math node. Link them together. So this radius multiplier will simply multiply the size of initial radius, and therefore will increase it with the number of copies we have in our setup. And a third controller is going to be index context. So next, select your second duplicator, go to Advanced tab, select index context and link it with index context. So now we are ready to write our math expression here. So what we need to do is a few things. Let's set the initial radius to something like maybe 50 and radius multiplier to 1.5. As you can see, nothing is happening because the result of the calculation is 0. So the way you use JS Math node is simply by recalling these indexes in this field on top. And you do this with a number and 0. There you go. So we need to do a few things. So I'm going to put initial radius and multiply it by the radius multiplier. And then I'm going to multiply both of these numbers by index context. And as you can see, the whole thing is working. We have 5 copies and we have 5 copies here. So one thing you need to know is that index context starts from 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply add an expression that will offset the initial value by 1. So this way we won't have a duplicated geometry in this specific spot, but we can simply turn on visibility for our initial shape. Okay, so we are done with radius. Now let's go back to the number of copies. As you can see, this is kind of working, But the problem is we have a lot of copies in the middle and not that many on the outer rings. So we need to change that. So we have to add another JS Math node. And again, I need 2 more fields. So let's call this field. The first field is our number of dots. So this will be the initial number of copies we have in our circle distribution. Then dots multiplier, as before, with each ring, I want to have more and more dots. And finally, index context. So I'm going to create 2 more fields in our master control layer. Going to call this one as initial number of dots and link it with the number of dots. Example, say to something like 5. And then the last field, I'm just simply going to name as dots multiplier. And again, link it with the dots multiplier field in JS Math. So let's maybe say to 1.5 as well. And finally, let's open the perfect circle distribution, go to Advanced tab, grab the index context and plug it into the index context. Now we're ready to write our math expression. So let's put the brackets and let's recall number of dots, multiply it by the dots multiplier, and again, multiply both of these values by index context. And as you can see, this is working nicely, but there is a gap in this area. This is way too empty for this to work properly. So if I add an expression to the index context, then as you can see, everything works correctly. And as I mentioned before, the index context starts from 0. So by using this value to multiply the result of number of dots times dots multiplier, we're simply removing it from the duplication because we are ending up with a 0. So by adding a 1, we're ensuring that we have correct number of copies. Now I want to add a final controller, and this will be number of rings. And I'm going to link this field with the count value on our second duplicator. And this way, we can control everything from a single place, as you can see. And everything is working perfectly. Now, if you want to animate this, we can simply add, for example, noise to the ellipse size. Set it to something like 2 and 20 from minimum max. As you can see, we don't have a uniform noise, so you have to make sure that the separate channel is ticked off, and as well use layer as a seed is ticked off. And now you have a simple animation which you can adjust by increasing or decreasing of number of rings and so on. I put together a number of examples as I was exploring this technique, and you can download the project file from the Gumroad for free and explore how I set up every single one of those animations. Thanks for watching.